Hi, everyone. This is Doug Davis, broker in charge with Cranby Realty, and here with another session of Ask Doug. And today I wanted to talk about small claims court and how that might be used or abused for whether you're selling real estate, some aspect of it, a vendor doesn't pay, or you're going after a tenant that leaves the place in shambles, owes money, doesn't pay the rent, that sort of thing. So talk a little bit about what the procedure is and is it worth it and should you do it, and in how in the world do you even do it? So it's not really difficult, but there's a lot of moving parts, and it so let's set up with an example. Let's say a tenant didn't pay. Let's say he damaged something and it cost $5,000 to replace it and get the labor and put it in. And I believe $5,000 is the limit for the dollar amount that you can use the small claim procedure to go after. So let's say the tenant didn't pay for it. You had to do it, so you go after them to pay the $5,000. You have to show to the judge that tenant did it, they're responsible, and you have invoices and such to show that that's what it costs for the product and the labor to put it back together again. So you file, and then there's going to be 3 different events with the judge in court. And well, you don't actually have to go to court anymore. You can actually do it by way of Zoom. So you they send you an email link and you can set it up that way, and you can be present in the court. The courtroom would have a TV, and the judge or both sides of the case can both be on Zoom, and you can listen to each other just like any Zoom meeting, including the judge, and he can put you on mute if he wants. And so the first one is to establish what the what's the case, what it's about, the parameters, the dollar amount, all that sort of thing. So that's the first appearance, whether it's in-person appearance or Zoom appearance. Number 2 is your meeting with the judge to say that you mediated or you made an attempt to negotiate to pay, or maybe the tenant would pay it all, or maybe the owner would drop it for whatever reason, or you agree to split it, whatever that might be. You tell the judge what it is. But if you haven't resolved it, then you go to the actual trial, which would be the third and last. And the judge would make a decision based on the evidence provided and the discussion. So if you think you have a good case, you think you could win, then maybe it's worth it. But the caveat is that you may get an award by the judge, but he doesn't help you to go collect it. You still have to collect it, and the tenant may not pay it. So, okay, what are you going to do then? You've got an award. I believe that will show up on their credit report. So you might wait it out, and 5 years from now, maybe they want to buy a car or get a mortgage for a house, and this will show up, and they will need to pay it off to proceed. So you might get lucky years later and get a payment. So it's not all that. And if it's greater than the $5,000, then you have to go to the civil court, and that's where the attorneys make lots of money and you don't. So this is just for the small stuff. Sometimes just hundreds of dollars, a couple $100 here or there, that people will go to small claims court for that and take their chances on that. So if you think that you have a chance that you want to try to get money from the other side, or or reimbursement, something to that effect, then that might be for you, might not. It's not that much trouble, but you do have to spend time and present your case and make appearances and talk to the other side and such. So there you go. Hope that was helpful. It's not so much of a mystery. It's just a tipping point to proceed with something like that or not. So there you go. Hope that was useful for you. And if you have other questions for me, love to hear from you. Or if you have any real estate needs, selling, buying, or property management, love to hear from you. Okay, till next week. Talk to you then.